Higher Inner Power, a reflection of true hip-hop culture, a study of hip-hop, and an execution of sticking to the roots, while also propelling everything forward. Welcome back to another episode of Higher Inner Power. I'm your host, Frazier, aka Supernova. Just chilling on a beautiful day here in Colorado, enjoying the weather. Out here going for a skate, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you're doing good, staying blessed, staying healthy, staying well, enjoying your life, enjoying your loved ones, enjoying that good music. You know, that's what life is all about. Recently on May 18th, I just opened up for Devin the Dude at the Oriental Theater. It was honestly one of the best moments of my life, one of the most monumental shows I've ever done. So shout out to each and every one of y'all who came out or who purchased a ticket or just who genuinely support me and my music. Today I have a very special guest, my homie Elias. We actually started making music together when we met in high school. That's actually when I first started making music. Same with him. We actually got into the craft together. You know, ever since then we've been close friends, close homies. Always had a good friendship, and one of the best freestylers I know. We've had some legendary freestyle ciphers. You know, we've rapped in all types of places, all types of ciphers, all types of freestyle scenarios. I'm really excited to have him on the show, and just one of my oldest homies and closest friends. You know, I hope you enjoy the conversation. Check it out. Yo, I'm in the studio with the homie Elias. What's good, man?
Everything is good, my dude. Ty is a wonderful human being. Let me say this first of all for giving me this bottle of water that you did not have to give me. It's supposed to be in your personal stash. I appreciate it. You're very kind.
Oh, yeah, man. What's on your mind? Is there anything that you want to talk about?
Growth. That's how hip-hop can do it, because hip-hop is all about growth, right?
That's true.
Ever since every freaking lyric that you heard, it's all about growth. And that's why I love our open mic nights and stuff like that, because it's about growth. It's about letting people express themselves and actually come out of their shells. And that helps a lot of human beings get through days. It's helpful to understand like the community you're in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And music is that, and hip hop is that. It's about how you communicate with your your tribesmen, basically the people that you're living next to, you know, they're just your environment. And that's why music is great. And
that's real. It brings people together more than any force I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that is?
Because of the energy you can deliver through it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the energy you can deliver through hip hop is something that's so genuine and also just revealing about a person's character, ideals, and every single perception of that time. You know, it's basically just that minute perception of that time if you're doing a freestyle, you know what I mean? You know how we freestyle, bro. We don't do anything. That's why I love the open mic, because it's all about just letting go and just doing and letting yourself be expressed on the microphone, giving yourself a voice, and you hear in your voice among the people and see the people reacting to the way you're making that voice and what you're expressing through it.
Damn, that's real.
It's real shit, bro. And that's what's so tight about our mutiny nights. I miss going to them because I've been stressing at home also, and hip hop helps with that too. I listen to a lot of gangster shit, bro. It's stupid. I'm serious.
It helps you through.
Yep, it does help me through, bro. You know, like I don't know.
Same. Me too.
It's just like helps me feel like I don't have to worry about anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because this is like my space, you know. Sometimes when I listen to my headphones, this is my space, nobody's listening to this shit but me.
What have you been listening to?
Schoolboy Q and fucking Danny Brown.
Yeah.
And Vince Staples. Common. I listen to a lot of shit, bro. You know, there's so many shit to I'll be going through. Common had his Nobody Smiling. There's a couple tracks on there. Super
Is that a newer album?
It was one of his newer ones, yep. I can't remember
I never heard that one.
But it's a good one.
And the one that Jay Dilla produced too.
Yep, and that created a whole new, a breed of people. Because Ty, you one of those people. Yep. You're a producer. And
Jay Dilla is the reason.
Yeah, and Jay Dilla is the reason, because he just hand delivered you that essence, you know what I mean? You understood that rhythm somewhere that you couldn't explain, and that's what is so fantastic about hip hop. I'm telling you, like when you're
when artists like that, like when you learn about them, you're like, damn, it changed your life. That's why people had the shirt that said Jay Dilla changed my life.
Exactly, because he changed lives.
Yeah.
And that's what I was telling you about that whip thing. That whip, like, it's kind of like a theory, I would say. It's like the frequency from a person rhyming hits another human being at just the right frequency in their brain or some kind of trigger, and it makes eventually every point that has a beginning has an end, right? So what kind of effect is that inside the universe, bro? That's why our thoughts are freaking measurable. That's why people can actually measure how much energy a person is actually generating through their brain.
Wow.
Bro, I'm serious. They do this shit. I have had there was an exhibit in the Denver Museum where you can put two headbands on, and you can pretty much try to like battle each other about who is emitting more energy through their brain. And I like the way that everybody told me how it was going, and I was trying to do it as best I could, but it's hard when a lot of people are around. I was trying to get into a completely meditative state where I didn't think of anything around me except nothing. I just like basically listened to all of the silence, like, and that's what I wanted to listen to. And so, when me and this lady were going, she was probably in her 30s, I'd say late 30s, and she was doing good. She just had a lot of high points. She had a lot of stuff. Maybe I don't know how she did it, but what I did is I was like, man, I have nothing. I don't know. I was so young. I was like, oh no, I'm just gonna sit here. So I just sat there, and I just tried to listen to the silence. And eventually, what my cousin told me happened is that she was doing all of this. She had her power level was gaining, but then eventually when I hit my meditative state where I felt it all, my shit just skyrocketed past any of the limit of the screen, and then the shit just stayed there for like 2 seconds, and then it died down, and I was like, I couldn't do it because I told him like right then.
Super Saiyan shit.
Yeah, bro. It was like, I was like, oh fuck, that was over 9,000 for 1 second. But hell yeah, bro, that's what happened. So that whole episode, that's what my cousin Aaron told me happened, and I was like, I believe it, because I felt myself tap into like my meditative state, and I got to that point, but I just couldn't hold it with that many people around reacting to what I'm what's happening on the screen. I hear these fools, so I'm like, this is becoming distraction. I can't focus on this energy right here because I know I feel it, but I can't focus on it. So it's hard when everybody's there. So,
damn.
Yep, it's hip hop too. That's where hip hop lives too. Hip hop is infinite. That's why I love hip hop, because it's like tapping into God. It's speaking to Him, or letting Him speak through you.
You're creating something from that realm.
Yep, from your realm. You are a realm. You're a fucking universe all in one fucking meat pile.
You are the universe.
Yep, you are. You are the expression of the universe, and I love every single person on the earth. And thing on the earth too. That's why I don't kill Black Widows. If you didn't know this, Ty, but I did not kill Black Widows. Do you know why?
Man. Why?
Because it's Charlotte's Web. Come on.
Damn. If I see a Black Widow in my room, I'm killing it.
I know. I found one of
But I respect that. I 100% respect that.
I want to freestyle, or you want to just like keep going as this conversation in this podcast? You just want
we could freestyle. Should we put a beat on?
Yeah, that'd be best. I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Just so that because I feel like hip hop is that kind of thing, where it's better, done than explained. You know what I mean? Somebody trying to break it down is difficult, but when you get into there,
you have to show them how we do it out of nothing.
Yep,
like we were saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. Freestyle.
Sizzle on ya, cause that's really what's gonna happen when he starts to own ya. With them rhymes, he hits you every time. You know it's a grind that he's on. About to get it like a woman all night long. You don't know what we on. We hitting them all with the strong, and we ain't stopping till they phone our mind out raw.
And now the pipes draining. It sounds like your life raining. It sounds like it's wet. I'm bringing it back. I'm spitting this like a tech. And yeah, we do it the best. And yeah, we reppin' the West. Call that Colorado. Do it every day. Yeah, you know we down to battle. We just live from the basement, going harder than the pavement. All our haters, they can't say shit. Get it wet as condensation. And I end the conversation when I'm in it every day, man. Do it and I do it and I do it like an A train. I'm doing graffiti like I'm in New York, and I'm sorry, but yeah, I eat pork.
Give me a chop, hit your block. I'ma tell you what I got. Straight up inside my sock. I'm about to rep, get it all up off your chest. Cause the way that you trying to impress ain't gon' set this nigga on press. I'm about to just eject you out your spot. Understand how I drop into your mind and then I block out everything else in everybody's universe. Just gon' have to hear my verse once or twice. Hit you like some dice, hit me right. I don't know how I can sound on side of a mic when the shit is recording. I'm about to board him like a boat. Tell them seamen, yo. Tell them we be yo. I don't know. We all look go.
Yo.
Supernova.
Yeah.
Or you don't. I don't know what till you won't. I'ma tell you what it's like when I spit up on a mic. About to let you know what's right. I am so get on my kite, cause I am going to the sky. Gonna get struck by lightning, then send it down to that guy with the key next to him. You see, I am Benjamin Franklin's nightmare B. I'm the one who be in your dreams with a knife. I stab you 45 times till you feel right, and then you be like, wait a minute, I'm midnight. Wait a minute, is this really life? No, it's not, it's inside a dream. But you can see what I could just bring deep into your mind. I'm about to find a new spot to hit now. Maybe it's just fine.
That's the feedback, we need that. Really, I'm rolling this weed and I'm on the weed track. I bring it back like I need some more weed packs. I need some dope, I need some rolling papers. I'm back and yeah, you know that we gonna make it. Take it and break it. We back out the matrix, we live and we gotta say it. Yeah, you know how we doing it. Hey, live.
No, we breaking it like we was playing ice breaking. You know you dropping that penguin in, cause you ain't never been with him who can battle the penguin men. And also Jokers too, you know it's the Batman. Dark Knight climb up on you. Now watch as we creep and we crawl through the block. We the Ninja Turtles coming for y'all motherfucking stocks. Y'all don't wanna see us. We got a mad fucking plot. Tell them what it really is. Ty, rip it on the block.
Rip it on the block, on the spot, on Wall Street. You know we getting stocks, yeah, you know we ain't like the cops. We take it back, we can pop, rest in peace to pop. Do it for your pops, you know we let it drop. Oh yeah, that's the microphone shining when the lights is on. Yeah, you know I'm nice and dope. You see it like an isotope, like man.
Hell yeah.
We on it. Hell yeah. So just tell me some of your favorite artists or albums that got you into hip hop.
You know, really, it was actually a person in my life. It was my mom, really.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What are your first memories of it?
Just listening to albums with my mom, pretty much.
Do you remember which ones?
Yep, Slum Village. There was a few Slum Village ones. I can't tell you the specific names of all these, and I'm so terribly sorry. But I was so young, I did not know what they were called. I just remember hearing them with my mom, and I remember
that's dope.
Having that, I guess, connection there. That's where it's always been, though. My mom was always like hip hop, so
yeah, she was just listening to it, and you would just be around.
Yeah, and my mom came from the East Coast. A lot of my family's from New York, but I've never been to New York. At least on my mom's side, there's a lot of family in New York. But imagine if you could spit like this. Like, imagine hip hop at that era. That's what I like to think about too. Like, imagine hip hop in these different periods of time, and what if you would have been able to like the person would have thought of using that language in that way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That would have been interesting, right? Mm-hmm. It's interesting you could do that with English. It's very nice. I like to use my language, at least. I know how to use it, and when you can use your language well, it sounds like what we're doing, right? And you can also express yourself very well.
That's true. When was the first time you remember rapping? Or like writing a rap or even rapping at
all?
Bro,
the first song I remember making was when I was 7, you know. And what I was doing was playing on this keyboard. It was just like standalone keyboard where it had speakers in it and everything like that. You could just play on the piano, and I would make like riffs, like just little like boo 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 boo, and I would take that and I would put something like milk and cereal. Milk and cereal, milk and cereal, and then I would just do it like that. I was like, "This is tight. I fucking like this shit." So that's like the first point that I did that, and my fucking stepdad laughed so hard at me about that shit. But I was like, it was tight to me. I would buy one anyway. So if I had the money, I'd buy one, and I bought one for my children. And it's just sitting in the house. They don't really get to play with it because I don't get to have that time to listen to the story. You know how it goes. But still, I'm glad that I have that at least as an option for them, so they can explore it too. Because it's been something that's so big in my life, music.
Yeah, and you said your daughter is kind of musical. You know,
Yep.
she shows a creative aspect for it.
She does. She shows a lot of rhythm, and so does Malcolm too. When he calms down and he gets to it, he does too.
That's awesome.
He's got some dance moves for you, man. You gotta see Malcolm cut a rug. He cut one hard. I'm telling you, bro, he murdered in here.
What songs does he dance to?
Oh, he likes that song. Was it Casio? By
Yeah,
Jungle.
I like that song.
Yeah. Yep, that song, he cuts it hard to that song. Yo, he loves that song. I love that song. That song is great.
How did they find that song, or you just played it?
I
them?
found it.
Yeah,
Remember, I was telling you I was kind of exploring, you know, like, and once I found The Less I Know, The Better by Tame Impala.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But fuck, bro. See, I know all these fucking artists, but I don't know any of fucking, the fucking artists. I don't know any of the other Slum Village specific songs. Like, I mean, I know there's a few, like, For the Love.
Mm-hmm.
Or Love Your... What? Fuck.
You know the sounds of them, you just don't know
Yeah.
the names, is what you're saying.
Specifically.
Yeah.
And that's a problem, though, because I haven't heard it in so long, but there's so much music out there, yo.
Yeah,
and that's
for
why
real.
it's difficult to, I guess, I don't know, just listen to the same people's stuff. Because I feel like it's also biting, like how I told you before. Like, if you just listen to the same song, you know, you just get into this rhythm where you hear it, and, you know, you start to put together flows that, like, would be into those beats or something
Yeah,
like that.
because you get inspired by it even subconsciously. That's why it is good to listen to genres outside of hip-hop.
Yep, that too. And that's what I like to do. And I also like to listen to nothing, as you know. Silence is the best thing to listen to, Ty. A lot of people are afraid of silence, but silence is so perfect.
Yeah, silence is the sound of the universe.
That's the God. That's the sound of God.
Yeah, 100%.
It's the sound of God. I'm serious. This God speaking right there. He's in the silence right there. You just gotta listen.
That's why people are afraid of it.
Yeah, it's hard, huh? People are like, oh my God, that's so crazy. You know?
People like you and me are like, well, let's see what's God saying, and other people are like, oh no,
Wait,
that's
let's
scary.
do radio silence. It's just letting things be. That's the expression of the universe right then and there, bro.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I love silence. Silence is a great thing. And I think a lot of people who will give a moment of silence for a past loved one or something like that, I think that I have them in high regards. Because silence is great. That means you gave it to God. I love silence. That's how I figured it out, bro. I'm telling you, everything is about balance. If you can just get into the extreme balance of everything. Balance is everything in the universe.
What do you think is the best way to keep balance?
You don't.
You just don't. You just live.
Yep.
Yep.
You let the universe express itself through you.
Mm-hmm.
You figure it out. No, you do. You figure it out. It's a trial and error, you know, for just learning through life. You know, you figure out like what works for your body, what doesn't work for your body, what also works for your personality, what also doesn't work for your personality. Type of people you like to be around, type of people you don't like to be. You know, it's just building. It's basically that. You know, you find the points where you're at your limit. You're like, I can't take no more. I must change, or you must do something else. You know, it's that right there. But I love it. I love hip-hop, and that's what we're here for, because hip-hop is a great expression, a great way to express this expression of the universe through this expression pipe, I guess, expression pipe. Yeah, that's what you would call it, right? An expression pipe.
A pipeline.
Expression pipe, yeah, I would call it.
We're a pipeline of the universe, and we're just a conduit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Channeling this energy, we're channeling the air and making these words come out. So it's like, spelling, bro, I'm telling you, the most feared thing on earth is an artist, is a musician, because back in the day, even the British had druids. Druids were the most like feared things in England, because nobody would fuck with a druid. They would never touch a druid. Like, if a druid went onto a battlefield and they killed everybody else who the druid was supporting, they still wouldn't touch this nigga. They would let him be, because he was, even though he was chanting their death, they would still let him be, because they don't want to be cursed by him.
Is that why Christianity wiped them all out?
Yep, because it's an influence. It's a way of influence. And if you're trying to control the way you're influencing people, you need to have a set by the book paper. But God can't be set into a book. He doesn't exist in a still moment. You can't capture God inside of a frame. You don't. In any fucking frame you have, bro, God don't fit in that frame. Let me tell you that. Because he is so big, nigga, you would not understand. And that's how I know, because I felt this extreme point, and I think humans can do this. This is what's great, is that we can tap into that supreme being. He's still connected to us. He still loves us. He will always still love us, and that's what's beautiful. I love the Creator. He's so good.
Amen.
Amen. Right. The connection is what is why I don't believe in really any printed thing. Like, unless I'm learning about like just getting advice.
It's good to read.
Yeah, it's good to read, but it's just like to take it with a grain of salt. Everything with a grain of salt, you know what I mean? Because everything, the way you're going to learn something and the way you need to learn it is going to be completely different than somebody else. And sometimes sometimes it's the hard way. But it's okay. It's all learning. You're all learning. You just got to accept what is happening through your life.
That's the hardest part, right?
Yep. It's hard to just accept it and just like let it go, because this is what you want. Change, like being okay with it. Like what that Danny Brown video was like, no one's okay. What do you say? The dad inside there was talking to me.
Yeah,
no one's okay. Yeah,
don't laugh at my pain.
Yep. It's everybody has pain. That's why I hate people who try to like pain scale too. That's like people try to compare pain, because everybody's pain is different. It's unique to their own personal being and their own personal setting and what they're trying to accomplish. So if you got your own pain and you going through it, I support you through it, because I know what you're trying to do is pretty much give notice to your existence in life. You know what I mean? No matter what it is, you're doing something. You're working, and that's why I like work. Work is so great, Ty. You know my fucking perception on work. Work is the meaning of life. That is all it is.
Yeah. And that's how you look at work, though. You're not talking about like
everything.
You're not talking about like slavery, you know what I mean, or like the corporate.
Yeah, I'm talking about slavery. I'm talking about slavery, but not from like that perspective. Not from,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like corporate slavery.
But you're a slave to yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we all are.
Yep. You have to work for the things you want, Ty.
Yeah.
You're a slave to yourself.
Yeah, you're right. I'm a slave to music.
The meaning of life is work.
I'm a slave to music.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's my work. Yeah, music is my work.
Exactly, but you have to work to get it, right?
Yeah.
You got to put that work in, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're a slave to yourself.
Yeah. No, for real. I'd rather be a slave to myself than someone else.
That's the best thing. Be your own master, right?
Yeah.
Be your own master. That's what I'm saying. This connection that we both have, everybody has that connection. I don't know if everybody's explored that connection. I hope more people try to explore that connection, because that's a very strong connection. You should definitely. I think every human should try to find it deep within themselves. That connection. Yeah. It is there. Yeah. And it takes time, and it's hard sometimes. When you're going, like, if you ever try to sit there and meditate inside the quiet and stuff like that. Yeah. It takes much discipline to not try to be uncomfortable there.
Yeah, because your thoughts will mess with you.
Yeah, but you accept it.
Yeah.
That's the way of life. It's just accepting things. You must let it just come upon you. See, this is why I like fucking Schoolboy Q, because that song, By Any Means, is just like that. That's how I feel. Because it's like, by any means, let everything just hit me and let it all just go. Like, that's basically it. Yep. Because it's just the way things go.
Exactly.
You just gotta do. You gotta achieve your goal, right?
Yep.
So you keep working.
Yep.
Just keep working.
Nah, for real, man. Shout out to Schoolboy Q. He's the reason I mean, not just the reason, but he definitely inspired me to keep performing on stage. Like, that was a good experience, being thrown into the fire of what you truly want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. You got thrown in the fire. I fucking was there. Everything's got to be balanced.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form. That's why I think numbers are the things of the universe too. You can read the universe through numbers.
Welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Ty Frazier, aka Supernova. Today is May 30th, 2023. Today in hip-hop history, one of my favorite MCs of all time was born. May 30th, 1974, Big L, Lamont Coleman. Unfortunately, he only released, I think, one album in his lifetime, but he was one of the greatest MCs of all time, in my opinion. Definitely the best punchline rapper of all time. One of my favorite lyrics is where he said, leave them heartbroken, make them quit rap and start smoking. My album is done, so no, there ain't no parts open. Like, Big L is just, to me, one of the coldest MCs, just hands down, when it comes to lyricism, when it comes to wordplay, when it comes to punchlines, and just how to be an MC. Big L, man, to me, he's just one of those ones. I definitely recommend the album Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous. Yeah, check that out Also, today in hip-hop history, CeeLo Green was born, one of the founding members of the Goody Mob. He was born May 30th, 1975. You know, definitely a soulful voice, definitely a real voice in hip-hop, a real character, and a real MC. So yeah, shout out to CeeLo, shout out to the Goody Mob, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Uncle Big Bag. But yeah, you know, I appreciate y'all tuning in, appreciate y'all vibing, appreciate y'all listening to my conversations with Denver's hip hop. Just wanted to share something from one of my favorite books. It's called Creative Visualization by Shakti Gawain. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Here's one of my favorite excerpts. It says, "Going with the flow. The only effective way to use creative visualization is in the spirit and the way of the Tao. Going with the flow. That means that you don't have to exert effort to get where you want to go. You simply keep clearly in mind where you would like to go, and then patiently and harmoniously follow the flow of the river of life until it takes you there. The river of life sometimes takes a winding course towards your goal. It may even seem temporarily to be going in a different direction entirely. Yet in the long run, it is a more effortless and harmonious way to get there than through struggling and striving. Going with the flow means holding on to your goals lightly, even though they may seem very important, and being willing to change them if something more appropriate and satisfying comes along. It is that balance between keeping your destination clearly in mind and yet enjoying all the beautiful scenes you encounter along the way, and even being willing to change your destination if life starts taking you in a different direction. In short, it means being firm yet flexible." So yeah, you know, really just out of that, I get the quote, "Enjoy the journey." You know, it's about the journey, not the destination, and going with the flow and being willing to change to the course of life. And being willing to change, you know, in all aspects, you know, keeping an open mind and going with the flow of life wherever it takes you and being grateful for all of that. So, yeah, once again, thank you for tuning in. My name is Ty Frazier, aka Supernova. This is Higher Inner Power, a podcast about hip-hop, the history of hip-hop, and just how we can evolve the culture and bring it forward through having deeper conversations with each other. Hope you all have a blessed day, blessed week, blessed evening. Thank you.